Welcome back to Aether. This is week 122 defense replays. So this week was of course the cap line week, and it was a really weird week. Like, we technically did really bad in defense, but we technically didn't do so bad that we didn't get top tier defense. So yeah, so Ninja Lane on this team, Ninja Lane is definitely not a unit that you should be bringing to cap lines if you're not planning on a turn 1 engagement. Here Rolf was able to take out their Layla, and yeah, while she did live through this hit, we did so much splash damage, debuffs and everything to the team that it allows you to stay 2 units. And of course Altina bonus week, everybody having Altina means that Guntra didn't get to do pretty much anything all week. I think she only did something in one single match, but besides that, like, she got baited all the time. And this is the reason most of the kills I got are like that, like Seiros just killing stuff at the end of the day. Now this player went for that 2 units lost and no pots collected, which on day 1 is a really strange thing to do. But I guess some people do play accidentally getting Bolt of Heaven. They don't really want to be there, so they don't really care how many points they lose. So this is an actual full failure against Kingsland 99, and it's just because, well, Hector is overtuned. And they got lucky with Rinea. Like, this is pretty much getting lucky with Rinea, because Rinea is running triple distant guard, which is the only reason this Altina was able to stay alive. And Leon does well against Len, and technically that should have been any other blue unit would have died, like, because of the debuffs that they have. I mean, he's standing next to a level 6 armor school, so he has -7 tool stats just from that school. But because it's Hector and they decided, hey, you know what would be fun? Let's make sure that he can nullify all debuffs, which I think is one of the things that make him the most broken of all units. Like, he definitely should nullify debuffs and nullify armor effectiveness. Like, basically has no weaknesses. Yep, and here's just clean up with Duma. Yep, Duma, I guess if he had boots, he'll be a little more threatening, but he's really only here for the 7 damage, not even for the building breaking, just for the 7 damage, and that's it. We got Zoe, and this is our first points loss of the week, with a double Altina, regular and Christmas, and Brave Edelgar. So yeah, just bait everything. Unfortunately for them, Roll lived through this and kills the Altina. And it's kind of like the only kill we get, because, yeah, everything else just gets one-shotted. And Duma moves all the way to the front line. Gets shit by Flame to be able to be taken out by Altina. And then, yeah, just go for the Aether. Over here, this is the setup we like. But Altina is able to one-shot us because of Twin Blades. Mirabilis, of course, is chasing Flame because she's the one that she does the most damage to. Meanwhile, the other team is just getting the Aether. and Winter Altina finishes the job. Here we have Hiru. And this is a really good far save play. Like setting up their units like this allows her to cover everybody except Lucina and Altina, but Altina is purposely baiting out Guntra. Seta was able to bait out Flame, Flame Mirabilis. And yeah, Henrietta is a pretty powerful unit. And they're being very careful on their positioning, which is why Lucina is here. Lucina is here to help with positioning. So it's a pretty smart way to do it. Here they know Setheth is in trouble if they just leave him there. They needed that ship damage to be able to finish him off though. And here everybody is still winning Henriette's range. Get the Aether, and take us out. So yeah, very well played. Kairos, which is the first one to take full points from us. Again, with a Winter Altina, this time they don't have very much of a backline, so they have plenty of spaces to hide. But they just send Winter Altina to do Winter Altina things. Yeah, and she's the only one in range. So Mirabelle is the first one to go down. Yeah, she just cleans house. Zeros didn't move because technically we initiated combat, so nobody had died yet. And then without Flame to back up Zeros, it's a little more difficult for Zeros to get kills. Yeah, just stay away from, don't let them hit you. Here Flame managed to get Naga support. And with a dance, she's able to take a Zeros. And then once again, Duma is left for last. Chasing Winter Altina for some reason. Yeah. Next we have our first win of the week and of one of only two against Hame. And here, it's just basically having two very slow units that both require you to have quick repose seal, and only being able to give it to one of them makes it. And it's basically Tactics Room really screws them over in this fight. Because yeah, Guntra just gets her one and only kill of the week. But from here on, it's more about cleanup. Unfortunately, they do underestimate Veronica, who just one-shots Dragon. Gets dance, and this time there is no Rinea to save Altina. Yeah, with those 3 units lost, that was good enough for them to quit. Then we have Lisandro, who lost 1 unit. So again, another Edgar and another Alphonse. This one does. They're a little bit better.
Here we go.
Yeah, since they don't have no city disrupt, they make sure to not play with Veronica. There she goes. Take out Maravillas, because this time the tactics room just held Rolf in place, which is why he didn't do anything. Over here he didn't even move because he wants to go straight down, and because he wants to go straight down he will only move down, and since he couldn't move down he just stays in place instead of like moving to one spot. And either way he had moved, it would have just opened him up to be able to do more. But as long as he just stays in that lane, he's pretty much useless because he's an armor unit, literally an armor unit that here they didn't need to gamble the traps because again, either kill him first or kill him with the dance. Here unfortunately Regan just gets one-shotted. They didn't account for that. They didn't really have a way to get Regan out, and Alphonse wasn't able to one-shot, so they decided to get the pod, which they were willing to sacrifice, and just get the kill. And then our second and only other success against Mumu. And yes, another far save play. This one doesn't work as well as the first one. Everybody's set up properly though, but it's all because Lynn survives. And Lynn only survives because we were running Mirror Strike. We did enough damage, so we were able to take her out altogether. And with those 2 units lost, they decide to quit. Next we have AKA to Sleepy. Another Leon, so we're actually seeing, what, like 3 Leons this week? And this one has Hoshiran Festival Mikaya as well. So there's damage. Veronica doesn't do a lot against Leon, and because of the coveriness, effectiveness, and color advantage, she just completely takes us out. So yeah, unfortunately Miravillis is like the wrong way. So she's kind of still sort of exposed. Here they did have to do a lot of work just to get Leon from one side to the other, just to make sure they dealt with her being Zeros as soon as possible. Here Naga baits us out, really simple. Leaving once again Duma for last. While Duma appears to be tracking Regan, he is actually tracking Plumeria. And you'll notice that that's the case because he moves down. Had he moved up, he would have blocked Regan's path to that pod and force him to waste a couple more turns to get rid of it. Then we have Yuzu. And this time is regular Mikaya instead of Hoshiran Festival, and yet another Leon. And once again, Guntra is being baited out. Guntra really had a tough time this week. She literally only got 1 kill against that dual Alphonse, but Altina's just kind of feel they baiting her out. Yeah, Leon is able to one-shot Veronica's. And here's a mistake they make because they did not account Zero's moving forward to get dance. One-shots Mikaya. Yeah, with a dance, there Leon is able to take us out. Mirabellis will get baited out. Nearly kills Regan though. 2 points off killing Regan. Yeah, just stay away from Duma. Just chip him a little bit because they kind of need to do the damage. Because it takes this Leon 3 hits altogether to kill Duma. Even Duma is chipping his own life away with Fury though. So. And finally, the final match of the week, which was a rematch with a Brave lane. And this actually does use Brave lane in a lot better. And I believe that if this their ladders was where the empty spot is, and that had been the empty spot, they would have 100% been able to survive this with no unit losses.
Triandra, I'm here.
Because they didn't need Fjorm to do anything, so they could have had Altina there to reposition. In fact, had they had Altina there to reposition, they would have lived. But they had Fjorm shutting down Mirabilis for no reason since they engaged on turn 1. And they literally went after Mirabilis before anybody else. So yeah, losing duo Peony right there was their only loss. Duma, I believe he's chasing Plumeria. And that calls it a day. And hey, we actually managed to get all the fights in this week. Alright, so as for next week, this will be the team I will be fielding. I did manage to get their HPs all to line up. This time is Rinea, although I don't really like running a range healer, a range dancer here. I prefer a melee dancer, but Mika's HP is just so ridiculously low that setting up Kia staff is very difficult. And now you might be thinking, well, Aspel is not getting hit by it, which means he's the only one that's going to be targeted to Kia staff. And while that is true, I do plan to give Aspel 1 flower, which will give him 1 HP, which will put him at 52 HP along with everybody else. Of course, Yune is the bonus week, which means that I have another Yune. But if I merge that Yune into this Yune, she'll get 1 point of HP, and meaning she will go over the HP. Currently, she is running HP speed +2, which means I will have to downgrade to HP 3 or HP 3 speed 1. And I'm going with a speed build because she hits pretty good speed with the Fury and bonus stats. So 39 speed plus her auto double means that it is a lot easier for her to get to double. Dual green frontliners is not really the best. But Yune should be able to double Hector's like nobody's business. Thanks to her auto double, and again because she will outspeed him. And Aspel already does that, so I don't think we'll see a lot of Hectors trying to tank this week against us. Rinea is run distant guard, and I plan to give her distant guard seal for the triple distant guard. Since having a tactics on this team is pretty useless. I mean, it would only affect Yune, and Yune is not even within range of Rinea, so. But yeah, the whole point is just to keep my dances protected from Mila. That's basically the whole point. Sarah will be running attack speed solo from the get-go. And of course, Aspel always runs attack defense solo because he needs the defense, because his job is to kill Hectors. Sotis unfortunately has to run an HP 5 seal in order to make up the difference, which is the main reason why I can go with Yune having more HP. I mean, with the merge, needs to downgrade this, but anything past than that, like Sotis is already at the max HP that she can reach without damaging her fighting potential by having to run it in her ace slot. Mikaya doesn't really care so much because she's only there to dance, and that's pretty much all she's there for. And Sarah, of course, her job is to clear all the debuffs from everybody, buff their attack and speed. And yeah, this is why a tactics is unnecessary. It is Cavline, so the Cavline school is here. But yeah, this will be the team I run next week. Again, we will be giving 1 flower to Aspel, and I will probably merge my Yune. I mean, it would not be a bad idea just because it gets rid of that minus defense. The minus defense penalty, although this is my other Yune. Yeah, where are you? No, this is GHPs, this is legendaries and mythics. Yeah, this is a minus HP one, but it's a plus attacks. Now, most of you will probably go with the plus attack, but I do like the plus speed because, again, we can push her speed really high with bonus stats. So, having more speed means better chances of doubling against people who prevent follow-up attacks, but don't actually have the speed to prevent a regular follow-up attack. I mean, you'll be protecting yourself with a follow-up attack and a guaranteed follow-up attack. So this is why I prefer the plus speed. So while plus attack is really good, I mean, she gets like what? Just 3. Yeah, plus 3. Her speed, of course, is plus 4, I believe. No, it's also plus 3 because he has a plus 2 speed C also. But yeah, it's all in the effort of getting rid of her minus defense. It's the only reason why I would do it. But yeah, we're gonna try again with the HP matching. I wanted to bring Julia this week, but that means I would only be able to run a single dancer, and yeah, that kind of messes things up with a single dancer setup. But yeah, that's gonna be it for next week. The teams, I haven't built them yet, but I'll probably build like most of the same things, you know. Edelgar with Guinevere, Leon with Beloria. It is water, so Fjorm should be coming this week with Lucina support. We'll see. We haven't built the teams, but we'll see what we do. But yeah, that is it for this. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.